I was curious to take it back for a minute. I remember back in the late '90s when you guys originally were doing that WWF ECW feud where Jerry Lawler was coming over to ECW and you guys were coming to Raw. And I was just curious, was there any long-term plans of you staying in WWE at the time? Because I remember you kept coming out with Lawler and you were Mr. Monday Night, and it seemed like you were going to be around for a bit, but then it kind of all just stopped.
Yeah, well, whose plans are we talking about?
WWE's, I was wondering, yeah.
Yes. Yes, and what I know about it is all just from one conversation that happened at the climax when everything kind of exploded, and the one day at Cobo Hall, because we all had our own mindsets going into this, and Paul really marinated the ECW guys and got us to all be thinking like, watch your fucking, he would tell us, watch your back. Don't leave your bags in the dressing room when you're not there. They hate us being, this is their show. It's very political. They hate us being on their show. They I don't know how long this is going to last. Anytime something doesn't feel right, let me know and we'll leave, because we might get 2 weeks out of it. I don't know, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we didn't know, but that motherfucking manipulator already was, working for WWE, getting money, like all that shit. But we didn't know. And so when we're there, I found like some of the guys, like Owen Hart he was exceptionally cool. And I thought, well, that's not, it doesn't feel like what Paul was saying, like he was cool.
Yeah.
So he came out to me and said, man, I like it when RVD's here. I got 5 new moves just watching your match today. He's going to steal my moves. But Jeff Hardy in the debut. What happened was I had a few weeks there, and and I'm beating their guys and thinking that, and the guys probably don't like putting over someone from another company. Believe it or not, most of the guys don't like being on their back anyway. I'm one. I mean, you got to sell it, like, okay, cool, whatever. But really, though, it's like, fuck, like this is how you want to, that's how you're going to make your money out of me? Fuck that. But, that goes on inside when it's like, cool, good idea. Yeah, let's do that. But anyway, I'm beating Scorpio and I don't know, the Headbangers and the Jeff Hardy thing, whatever. And then they started. I didn't like the direction because at first, Paul's saying we're there to get ECW over on their television. Put us on the map. We can, however long it lasts, we can use this momentum, bring it back to ECW, and it'll help us out a lot. So that's the goal. That's my agenda. So I didn't like, why am I teaming with Jerry Lawler now against the Headbangers? I'm getting separated from the ECW roster and stuff. It felt like. And then one night I'm wrestling Brian Armstrong, and they came and told me, that he was going over, and I went to Paul and I'm like, what is this? What kind of story does this tell for ECW? And ECW is on WWE's television showing that their guys are dominant. Like, what is that doing for us? And Paul's like, you want to go? Let's go. And I was just, oh, hey, I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm this doesn't feel right. What do you think? Like, you call it. It was totally like that, and well, it ended up, I wasn't going to go out there feeling like that. And it ended up, I had me and Sabu got pulled into a room with Vince McMahon. First time. I mean, I've been there for however many weeks, never talked to the guy except shaking his hand hello. And this is where I hear him saying, well, of course, I planned on you staying here. I never would have put you on my television. I see you as being a baby face, long term, an aggressive baby face. And I was just like, what? It was so alien to me that I couldn't even accept that.
Yeah.
Because, I felt like I was there as a soldier, fighting for my team. And so
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't what I was ready to hear. And we walked. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy because I did feel that way. That's what I wanted to ask. Because it almost, because that was my like first exposure to you. Like I was a little kid.